In this video, I'll be showing all the values of all the new items in Roblox Islands for the cows update. First, we have the bucket. So this is the new item that you can get if you go over to the animal workbench thing over here, and then you can just craft it for 3 iron. So it's very easy to get. It's literally just 3 iron, and it is worth 500 coins right now, and it's terrible demand. Like, I see almost no one trying to buy the bucket. But next, the milk bucket is actually pretty good demand and pretty good value. So if you just put milk in the bucket, then it turns from being 500 coins to being 25,000 coins. And this is high demand. A lot of people are trying to trade for it. And for some reason, I see a lot of buyers trying to buy it for higher than sellers are trying to sell it. I usually never see that, so that's pretty nice. So you can probably sell it for higher than the value I just said, but there are also a lot of sellers selling it for lower than the value I just said. It's pretty chaotic, but that's just like the average price for it. Next is cheese. So to get this, you just have to put the milk bucket in the cheese machine, and right now I'm making hamburgers, by the way, so just ignore that. But the cheese is worth 35,000 coins, so the milk bucket is worth 25,000, but cheese is just a little bit more than that because you actually have to do something else to it. But it is low demand. So I don't know why the milk bucket is higher demand when like the final result after getting the milk is cheese, but the milk bucket is just higher demand than the cheese is. So I recommend if you want to try to trade it fast, then just keep it as the milk bucket and sell it like that. But then if you want to trade it for a higher price, but it's going to be slightly harder to trade, then just trade cheese. I forgot to add this, so I'm just going to edit this in near the beginning of the video right now. So if you're watching this video like a week later, or like a few days later, then I'm going to put all of the new values on my value list. It's going to be linked in the description somewhere, and it's probably going to be near like the top of the description, but it will say Telanthric value list by it. So if you're watching this video later, then just check that, because it's going to have all of the updated values on it, because like once it's later and the values are different for the items I show the values of in this video, then the values there will be updated. So just check that if you're watching this video later. But if you're watching this from notifications, then just like here's the rest of the stuff. Sorry for interrupting. Next is the animal well-being kit, which you get from the animal bench being level 2, and then after you get it, you can use it on your animal. It doesn't like actually do anything. It just tells you some info, like favorite food, how many hearts it has, how much food it has. Mine, I forgot to feed it for a long time, and it lost, like, I think it had 2 hearts, but it doesn't have any now for some reason. Anyways, this is worth 30,000 coins, and it is terrible demand. Like, no one's trying to buy it. I literally saw 3 people trying to buy it, like right when the update released, and no one else is buying it. I don't know why the demand is so terrible, but it just is. And also, you can't feed cows avocados. You can feed them all of the other fruit trees, but you can't feed them avocados, which is literally so sad. The cows deserve avocados. But next is the wheat trough, which is 250,000 coins. So you get this by going over to the animal bench. It's what you unlock at level 3, and it is a normal demand. Not that many people are trying to buy it, but still a considerable amount of people are trying to buy it, and you'll probably be able to sell it off. And the next is the haybed. For some reason, this is super low value. I mean, you only need to use wheat to craft it, so it makes sense that this is kind of low value. It's less than the wheat trough, but it is 150,000 coins. Same demand, normal demand. It is a little higher demand though, but it's still normal demand because they're basically the exact same. But yeah, that's basically just for your cow to sleep in, except I gave my cow a bed to sleep in because I'm a very good cow owner, except for not feeding my cow. Next is the animal bench. I recommend do not buy this. You can literally just craft it in the workbench for a super low amount of materials. Like, you only use a few thousand coins worth of materials, 30 wood, and 5 iron. Now that's extremely easy to craft, and that's the reason why it is terrible demand. It is worth 100,000 coins, but since it's terrible demand, you'll find very few buyers because, well, I only saw like 2 people trying to buy it right when the update came out. They probably weren't able to find it. But yeah, it's only 100,000 coins, very, very cheap. So again, don't buy it, just craft it. So next is the cheesemaker. Now this is low demand because you actually need some more things to craft. That's why it's not terrible demand, but it's still insanely easy to craft. So again, don't buy this, just craft it, but you can definitely profit off of selling it. You just have to sell it for around 500,000 because that's the value of it. Since it's low demand, you won't find many buyers, but you'll still probably find some buyers. And then, yeah, it's pretty expensive considering how little materials you need for it. But next, the red Bronze Refinery. So this is amazing demand. It is literally so good. Like, if you're selling this, you'll definitely profit. And not only that, but it is worth 50 million coins. Yes, 50 million coins. Now that is actually kind of expensive. If you try to craft a lot of them, you can profit so much. It's definitely going to drop later though, because there's still some update hype. It's a little broken though. I was trying to use it and it wouldn't work, and then I joined again and then it did work. So if it doesn't work, just rejoin, and then that will fix it most of the time. But you need a whole bunch of steel plates and steel rods, and then you need a whole bunch of copper rods to craft it. So yeah, that's why it's so expensive, because you need so many of these and so many plates and steel rods. Okay, but for the red bronze ingot, you can literally profit so much off of this. Like, it is 1 million coins. Now, you'll see a lot of people trying to buy it for around 500,000 to 1 million, but then you'll see a lot of sellers trying to sell it from like 1 million to 2 million. So the most common price it's traded for is about 1 million. Now, you'll also see a whole bunch of people trying to buy it for like 10,000 and stuff, but no one actually really sells it to them. That's like trying to buy a smelter for 10 coins or something. But anyways, it is 1 million, and you only need 20 copper and 2 gold to craft it. So let me just check the values of that. So 20 copper would be about like 50,000, and then 2 gold would be about like 20,000. So you're literally only using 70,000 worth of resources to craft something worth 1 million. Now, of course, it's gonna drop later, but for now, it is very expensive. You can even make an auto farm with it by connecting your gold and copper things with industrial chests, but that would take forever for them to fill up and then forever to craft it. But then you would end up getting some, and it would be fast and stuff, so it'd be good. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that the red bronze ingot is also amazing demand, but I'd say that the red bronze refinery is an even higher amazing demand. Like, I know you can't really get higher than that, but now for the weapons. I'm not talking about the very rare cow weapon that you can put in the weapon stand. I'm just kidding, that's not a weapon, I just trapped my cow in the weapon stand. But the rageblade is worth 50 million, and now, if you're wondering what demand it is godly demand. It has literally ascended past amazing demand. It is godly demand. It is the highest demand item in Roblox Islands right now. It only does like 15 damage, it's not really that good. I might do a whole video on the rageblade, I don't know. It seems like a good idea. But it is pretty fast in attacking though, so it's really good to use in combat, especially if you're not AFK farming and you're just farming them regularly, like the buffalkors and slimes and stuff. But it is 50 million and amazing demand, so if you end up getting the blueprint for it, which I already have, then you can see it in here that you can craft it for 100 red bronze ingots and then 20 maple wood. So, red bronze ingots are about 1 million, so it's basically 100 million to 50 million, so you basically half what you could sell, but it is an even higher demand. So if you're having trouble selling your red bronze ingots for 1 million, which is high demand, so you should be able to sell them for that easily, unless if you're watching this video a bit later and they've already dropped, then you should be able to sell the rageblade for 50 million. Now, this is the exact same price as the vamp bow was whenever the vamp bow was released, but the vamp bow got duped by dupers, and then it became super common and super easy to get, and then now it's worth like 250,000. Hopefully this doesn't happen to the rageblade. The rageblade is so expensive right now and so good, and yeah, I'm just really hoping that it stays rare like it is. because I really just want expensive items to be able to exist without dupers ruining the value, like how purple fireflies were literally like 20 billion, and then now they're like 500 million, and they're definitely gonna drop more. But next is the rageblade blueprint. So this is very hard to get. You get it from buffalkors, and I think it might be a 1 out of 1,000 chance. Not 100% sure on that, but it's definitely rarer than anything else in the game that you can actually get. Or I mean, like, the legacy food processor is the rarest item you can get, but you can only get it by trading. It's almost impossible to get because of how rare it is. But, I mean, like, this is the only item that is, it's like the rarest item that you can get from actually, like, playing the game. Anyways, those are all the values. Good luck in trading and doing the things, because you're gonna be able to profit a lot if you trade right and stuff. But I guess I'll link in the description my trading guide. It has basically everything you need to know about trading on it. And, yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Sorry if I sounded tired or said any dumb things. It's pretty late right now, and I just really wanted to make a video on all the values because I haven't really made that many videos about the update. But I'm gonna do another video on an update later because I found this guy. He has 2 cows, and then yeah. So here's the outro now. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna do another video on how not to play Roblox Islands soon, because since there are cows now, there are so many dumb things I can do in the game. Like, if you don't know what that is, it's basically a series I've been doing ever since I've started playing Islands, where I literally just do dumb things the entire video, and it's actually pretty interesting to watch. It's basically like the biggest series on Islands I've done on my channel, kind of. But yeah, it's gonna be good. You should definitely watch it. Also, make sure to subscribe with notifications on, because I do a lot of Islands videos. Like, you guys, sometimes you don't know how to do the thing and you need help doing the thing, and I know how to do the thing, so that means you should subscribe. Also, like the video, join the Discord server and Roblox group link in the description for trading and talking about Roblox Islands, and follow my Twitter at Telanthric. I'm trying to hit 2,000 followers there and 200k subscribers on YouTube. And there's the playlist linked in the description if you need help with stuff. Something's probably there that you need help with. Well, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, YouTube.